to get position.
Our future bright and sure, through the eyes of love, we see it all. Hand in hand as we go, put out the fire of hate across the land and give birth to a plateau.
A very good afternoon to you out there and welcome to News Track coming to you live from our Refield studio. My name is Modesty Nyanglong. The federal government plans to raise 700 billion naira from the domestic bond market in April 2026, extending a gradual reduction in offer size as it continues to navigate elevated borrowing costs. Details from the April 2026 Federal Government of Nigeria bond offer circular issued by the Debt Management Office showed that the auction is scheduled for April 27th with settlement on April 29th. The issuance will be executed through the reopening of existing instruments across three maturities, a strategy aimed at improving liquidity in benchmark securities. The circular indicated that the offer comprises 300 billion naira of the 17.945% FGN August 2030 bond, 100 billion naira of the 17.95% FGN June 2032 bond, and 300 billion naira of the 22.60% FGN January 2035 bond. The bonds will be issued in units of 1,000 naira with the minimum subscription of 50.001 million naira, targeting institutional investors such as pension funds, bank and asset managers. The DMO also noted that instruments qualify as liquid assets for banks and enjoy tax exemptions under existing laws, factors that continue to support investor appetite. A review of recent issuance showed that the April offer represents a further reduction in the government's monthly borrowing targets. The Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Plateau State government to revamp tourism sector through remodeling of iconic sites and the rehabilitation of neglected tourism infrastructure across the state. The Minister Hannatu Musawa signed the agreement on behalf of the federal government, while Governor Caleb Mutfwang signed on behalf of the Plateau State government at the Plateau Governor's Lodge, Abuja. Details of the report is presented in our studio.
Both leaders affirm that Plateau State is richly endowed with vast tourism potential, which, if properly harnessed, can position Nigeria prominently on the global tourism map and generate significant revenue for sustainable development. The minister commended the people of Plateau State for their resilience, hospitality, and determination to change the narrative through the leadership of Governor Caleb Mutfwang. She noted that tourism discussed in Nigeria remains incomplete without reference to Plateau State, widely known as the home of peace and tourism. She further emphasized that when you talk about tourism in Nigeria, that conversation cannot and will never be complete without Plateau State. In his response, Governor Caleb Mutfwang reiterated that Plateau State is abundantly blessed with unique tourism assets, which when strategically developed in partnership with the federal government, will attract international visitors and establish the state as a premier tourism destination in Nigeria. He highlighted the state's distinctive tourism sites and vibrant cultural festivals, which have gained national and international recognition. The governor noted that the introduction of the Plateau Unity Christmas Carol and Press Festival has further enhanced the state's tourism appeal, adding that the 2024 edition attracted 2 former presidents, stressing that efforts are underway to elevate the 2026 edition to an international event. Governor Mutfwang described the persistent security challenges in parts of the state as unfortunate, but assured that his administration is implementing decisive and proactive measures to curb criminal activities and safeguard lives and property. He explained that looking ahead in 2027, one of the key aspirations is to launch a Welcome to Plateau project targeted at the diaspora community. He reaffirmed his administration commitment confronting all challenges that may hinder development and called on citizens to remain resilient, supportive and united in the collective efforts to position Plateau State as a pride of the nation.
102 widows from the 17 local government areas of Plateau State have been equipped to establish small-scale businesses after completing a 3-month skill acquisition program. The initiative was organized by the Plateau State government in partnership with the German Development Agency GIZ and the Norwegian Refugee Council. Our correspondents who covered the graduation ceremony at the Women Development Skill Acquisition Center, Mangu local government area, reports that the wife of the Plateau State Governor Helen Mutfwang attended the event.
The 102 widows were trained in catering, tailoring, and production of household items such as liquid soap and detergents, disinfectants, petroleum jelly, and mentholated balm, among others. The program was designed to help the beneficiaries become self-reliant by generating income, thereby contributing to the economic development of their communities, state, and country at large. Speaking at the graduation ceremony, wife of the Plateau State Governor Helen Mutfwang urged the beneficiaries to put the skills acquired to work. She emphasized that the program is a clear demonstration of the present administration's commitment to inclusive growth, economic empowerment, and social protection.
You have not only acquired new skills and tools, you have been equipped to take your rightful place in the economy of Plateau State. You are no longer defined by hardship. You are entrepreneurs. You are partners in governance and development. We are proud of you.
On her part, area manager of the Norwegian Refugee Council, Winifred Imbosier, commended the widows for their resilience and admonished them to utilize what they have learned to better their lives. Also speaking, Senior Special Advisor GIZ Susan Gopuk acknowledged Governor Caleb Mutfwang's vision to improve the lives of women in the state.
This milestone was achieved because of the proactive request of His Excellency, the Governor of Plateau State, Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang, who made this heartfelt request to GIZ early last year. That request set in motion the partnership and support that brought us here today.
Earlier in an address, Commissioner of Women Affairs and Social Development Caroline Darfour appreciated the Governor and the First Lady for their commitment to the economic empowerment of women in the state, and also thanked all development partners for their efforts in building sustainable livelihoods to promote social and peaceful coexistence of the vulnerable population in Plateau State. There were goodwill messages from the chairman, Mangu local government area, Emmanuel Molpun, among others. The beneficiaries, who were visibly excited, appreciated all who contributed to positively impacting their lives.
We have been empowered. We are ready to step into the world to make a difference, not just ourselves, but for our families and our communities.
They have changed our lives. That we have made.
Startup packs comprising cash and equipment were presented to all the 102 widows based on the skill acquired. I am Tehari Gagara.
Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has joined numerous well-wishers across Nigeria in congratulating Mr. Taiwo Oyedele on his appointment as Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. Governor Mutfwang described Mr. Oyedele as an accomplished economist, seasoned accountant, and distinguished public policy expert, whose leadership continues to reposition the nation's economy towards efficiency and sustainable development. He commended President Bola Tinubu for the appointment, noting that Oyedele's remarkable track record has left an indelible mark on the global financial sector. The governor expressed confidence that he will deploy his wealth of experience to strengthen Nigeria's economy for the benefit of all, particularly vulnerable citizens. In a statement signed by the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor Gangbere, Mutwang further described the appointment as well-deserved, emphasizing that it places a critical national responsibility in the hands of a professional with proven expertise in fiscal policy and economic reform, noting that Oyedele has contributed significantly to reputable organizations and played key roles in navigating complex economic challenges. The governor also acknowledged Oyedele's impactful tenure as Minister of State for Finance, highlighting his foresight in reforming driven approaches, which have marked by vision, competence, and measurable progress in economic diversification and reform initiatives. He added that Oyedele's leadership as chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, established by President Tinubu, reflects professionalism, innovation, and a steadfast commitment to national development. Governor Mutwang prayed for God's guidance, good health, and wisdom as he undertakes the important task of reforming the nation's economy. The Plateau State Environmental Protection and Sanitation Agency says the routine monthly sanitation exercise for the month of April 2026 comes up on Saturday, 25th April 2026. The agency says the exercise will be observed between the hours of 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning. A statement by the Director of Administration of the agency, Izang Douda, that there will be strict restriction of movement as security personnel will be on ground to prosecute defaulters. The agency strongly re-emphasized that all owners of businesses, organizations, worship centers, hostels, and schools to clean up their surroundings, especially drainages, waterways, and deposit same at designated points for evacuation by PEPSA staff, as Nigerian Meteorological Center through the Federal Ministry of Environment predicted flooding in almost all states of the Federation. The statement also advised residents to ensure the security and well-being of their environment by refusing to plant tall crops such as maize, millet, and guinea corn, among others. It emphasized that the action has been necessitated by security concerns, as tall crops often obstruct visibility and is exploited by criminal elements as aiding places, posing risk to lives and property. Ephraim Usman has been decorated as the renewed Hope Grand Patron of the City Boy Movement Kanam branch. The decoration took place at the Fox Hotel, Jos. Correspondent Simon Swatka has the details as presented in our studio.
Decorating Ephraim Usman as the renewed Hope Ambassador Grand Patron of City Boys Movement of Kanam Branch, Plateau State Coordinator City Boys Movement Renew Hope, Peter Zaki, said Ephraim Usman is a man whose name has become synonymous with grassroots mobilization, philanthropy, and unwavering dedication to the welfare of the people. He said the City Boys Movement stands for renewed hope, progressive politics, and for Nigeria where young people are not just spectators, but active participants in governance. Zaki pointed out that the organization has found in Ephraim Usman a father figure who embodies those same values.
Today, as we confer upon you this distinguished role of patron, we are confident that your wisdom, experience, and leadership will provide the guidance needed to further strengthen our mission here on the plateau.
The City Boys Movement Coordinator of Kana, Mustafa Adamu, believed that Ephraim Usman is a man of humility and hard work.
In Kana, across our 14 federal wards, we are committed to energize young citizens to support the policy and program of the APC government at the local, state, and the federal levels, while strengthening grassroots.
Responding, the Grand Patron of City Boys Movement, Kanam Branch Ephraim Usman, appreciated the organization for finding him worthy and promised not to disappoint the confidence reposed on him. He pledged to work closely with them to ensure President Bola Tinubu and Governor Caleb Mutfwang are re-elected in 2027.
This is an opportunity that I will not take it for granted by the grace of God. I want to assure the state coordinator, the local government coordinator, that the Kanan City Boys Movement will draw a challenge not only to the city boys within Plateau State, but we are going to draw a challenge to the boys movement in the country.
Also, Ephraim Usman has been honored with the Bullhorn Award of Excellence. The award is courtesy Pam Dunquist Educational and Community Initiative.
Records available at our disposal indicate that the selection of 59 traditional rulers or leaders, as the case may be, has been successfully executed without government interference, and none has been challenged in court.
Responding, Ephraim Usman said he remains humbled by the award received and promised to continue with the good work.
Chairman of Langtang North Local Government Area PRTVC has presented motorcycles to members of the Legislative Council as part of efforts to enhance their effectiveness in service delivery. The gesture, according to the chairman, is aimed at improving mobility and strengthening grassroots governance across the ward. Our Langtang zonal correspondent now reports.
Presenting the motorcycles, the chairman Prefantem said the initiative underscores his administration's commitment to empowering the legislative arm to function optimally. He noted that councillors play a critical role in bridging the gap between government and the people at the grassroots. Tim emphasized that improved mobility will enable councillors to effectively monitor projects, engage with constituents, and ensure that government policies and programs reach every part of the local government area.
We wish that we had the resources, because they deserve even good vehicles, but we have also learned that in most cases the little we do always goes a long way to improve your commitment.
Responding, the leader of the Legislative Council, Nandok Dashe, commended the chairman for the thoughtful gesture, describing it as timely and impactful in the discharge of their legislative duties.
I said I'm not surprised, because whatever thing that he told us or he promised us, it has been fulfilling.
Also speaking, Councillor representing Kufel A Ward, Mrs. Grace Ponfa, expressed gratitude on behalf of the 18 ward councillors, assuring that the motorcycles will be put to good use for the benefit of their constituents.
The Bible says there is time for everything, and when the time comes, everything will manifest. So this is the right time for us to have our mobility.
The presentation marks another step in effort by the Langtang North local government leadership to strengthen governance and improve service delivery at the grassroots levels. I am Thaddeus Yilmen.
The outgoing captain of Flamingo Golf Club, Jos Silas Vem, has assured that better days lie ahead of the club with continued commitment, modest sacrifice, and collective effort. Vem was speaking during the captain and biannual general meeting of the club. Our correspondent reports that the event also saw the emergence of new leadership for the club. The report.
In his valedictory speech, the outgoing captain Silas Vem described his tenure as both a privilege and a learning journey, expressing gratitude to members for their support throughout his administration.
Today I speak to you not only to mark the end of my tenure, but to celebrate what we have achieved together, to acknowledge the work that remains, and to hand the baton to capable hands with confidence and gratitude.
The newly elected captain of the club, Bitrus Kaze, outlined his vision for the club, pledging to prioritize improvements on the playing course to enhance overall standards. Kaze also revealed plans to conduct a comprehensive golfers census and review the club's constitution and regulations in line with global best practices.
Like for me, Bitrus, I am not sure I'm taking this work to please you. I am interested in serving the best interest of this club.
Chairman of the Board of Trustees, John Awiyep, commended both the outgoing and incoming leadership as well as members of the club for their unwavering commitment to its growth and development. During the Congress, members thoroughly scrutinized the administrative, technical and financial operations of the club over the past 2 years, reinforcing a culture of accountability and transparency. Following the deliberations, all nominated candidates were returned unopposed to manage the club's affairs for the next 2 years. Among them are the Chief Medical Director of the Plateau Specialist Hospital, Chris Yilwan, who emerged as Vice Captain of the club, and Director General of Plateau Environmental Protection and Sanitation Agency, PEPSA, Sam Dapia, elected as Secretary alongside other executive members. The peaceful conduct of the Congress and unanimous endorsement of the new leadership underscored the unity and shared vision among members of the Lamingo Golf Club to advance the game of golf and strengthen the club's legacy. I am Thaddeus Yilmen.
That's the much we can take on News Track. Stay tuned for global news at 6:30 p.m. News updates at 10 p.m. Good afternoon.